Hi and welcome to Birds with Bottle.
We've got to think about wine.
And we want you to have a think about wine too.
And this week we're fishing for Easter wine.
Yeah, because Easter's coming. I've managed to steer Mel away from the chocolate and hot cross bunnies and focus on Good Friday fish.
And we love fish so much we're considering having it for Easter lunch as well.
Yeah, so we've trawled through the shelves for you and managed to net 4 wines that are good for the Easter weekend.
Yay. So our first wine is Les Jardinières. It's a Sauvignon Blanc 2010 and this is a Vin de Pays du Val de Loire. It's $5.99 in Sainsbury's and it's only 11.5%.
Yeah, alcohol sheens. And actually we've chosen for this episode 2 French Sauvignons because we think the green flavours and the searing acidity just works really well with fish.
It's very aromatic for a French Sauvignon, this. And it's not the gooseberry, sweet, ripe sort of new world, but it's
fresh, bright, light.
Absolutely classic. Lots of flavour there, isn't there?
Some lovely gooseberry.
But it's bright and sharp. It's variety very correct.
Yeah.
And it's $5.99.
Yeah.
How
good
really
is
good
that?
buy. And it would be fabulous with a sort of plain white fish with a bit of sauce vierge or something.
Oh yeah,
really.
something with those green herby flavours. Or some capers.
Oh, lovely. Just something with a bit of tang to go with the tangy wine. Lovely.
Yeah.
or squeeze a bit of lime juice or a little bit of lime pith.
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, actually I can see it with skate wing, bit of herb, bit of caper, bit of lime. Perfect.
Gorgeous. I mean, it really is just lovely.
And it's light in alcohol.
So perfect for your Easter lunch.
Right, for our second Sauvignon, we've got this Tesco Finest Sancerre. It's the 2009 vintage, and it's made by the producer Fournier, and it's $12.79 a bottle.
Well, there's immediately a Sauvignon smell. Lovely. Again, it's restrained. Really it does shout out to the glass, but it's not a fresh. It's not a fruity sort of smack me in the face. So
again, it's that French kind of very sophisticated and down the line.
Lovely in the mouth. Lovely. There's a power, isn't there? Not alcohol. There's an intensity, a real zing behind it. It's absolutely pure, there's no bitter flavours, it's just, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for that purity of fruit and the length. It goes on and on,
so much more than the last wine, but then it's double the price,
And you're also paying for the name on the label. You
can't help it with Sancerre, can you?
Yeah, some people need the name on the label, and the wine before, they wouldn't be confident in serving it. So that is, part of what you're paying for, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, with this, you're looking for very, very plain fish, aren't you? Yeah. Or something like a lovely fresh platter of seafood.
Yeah. Or a grilled sea bass. Or a whole dover sole with a bottle of this. I mean, that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
That would also be maybe pushing the boat out a bit.
Yes, that would be pushing the boat out. You're right.
And actually, Mel, dover sole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think they're flat? Because they constantly get hit by channel ferries.
Yes, it's exactly why they're flat.
Oh, good. Right, we've moved down to Spain for our next wine. It's the Zarate Albarino, and it's the 2010 vintage, and this one comes from the Wine Society, and it's $11.95 a bottle.
And Albarino comes from the northwest corner of Spain. It's another wine and fish capital. Galicia. It's absolutely the place, isn't it?
And before I put the bottle down, nice label too.
Lovely label, yeah. So it's a fresh smell, but there's no fruit, there's no sort of nothing you can recognise, is there?
No, it isn't. You can't go this, that.
A little creamy, a
Yeah.
little easy sort of
Yeah.
smell. Very full flavoured.
Makes it up for it on the palate, doesn't it?
There's an awful lot going on. Quite often Albarino has a little spritz of bubble, but this hasn't. Really very long flavour. I mean, it's continuing the whole time I'm talking.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're getting that creaminess, kind of quite grown-up feeling kind of food wine, doesn't it?
Really good food wine.
Yeah. I know you sometimes get apples off Albarino. I'm not getting that off this.
No.
Are you?
No, but it has tart acidity. You know, it's in the north of the country. It's a cool area. You're getting that brightness, that sharpness.
Yeah. Now, I think for this, we're talking Maluta alla Gallega, which is the hake dish that they do in the region. That's sort of like a stew with peppers and sometimes with chorizo. Absolutely delicious.
I love the mixture of chorizo or ham or anything smoked with fish. I think it's a really good
it really
marriage.
works well, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So with the same sort of idea, you know, scallops with some Iberica ham, that would work really nicely.
Absolutely perfect.
And this has got enough punch, hasn't it, to balance with that?
Yeah. Or you could go simpler and you could have a frito misto, so lots of different sorts of fish, just in a simple, almost tempura, really crispy, thin batter. Squeeze of lemon juice in this. Gorgeous.
Mel's making me really hungry now.
Right, our last wine is a red.
Surprisingly.
I know. It's Le Gravier Chinon. I can't pour and talk at the same time. It's the 2009 vintage and it's $9.99 in Waitrose.
Now this is Cabernet Franc,
Yeah.
again from the Loire in France. And doesn't it look, it just looks sort of bright and light
Yeah.
in the glass,
It
doesn't
is a bright and light wine. We've served it chilled, which you can do with some reds, just because it's so refreshing anyway, and it's nice to have this sort of berry.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
but you can serve it at room temperature if that's what your mood takes.
That's lovely.
Yeah, because you're not getting a lot of the nose, are you?
No,
you've
because it's
chilled it,
chilled.
But
It's mouth-wateringly juicy, isn't it?
yeah.
Really love it.
Oh, it's making my cheeks kind of.
Yeah, it's bone dry, but I mean there is fruit, but it's not a fruity wine at all. There's no sweetness at all about it. Really, just now it's always been a sort of secondary grape apart from in the Loire, and I think this deserves attention.
It certainly does. I mean, you're getting some pencil shavings, you're getting some really nice dark black fruit, bit of stalkiness. It's sort of lightly green, isn't it? Slightly green.
But not
in a-
astringent.
No.
This is a really lovely lunchtime wine, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think this would be good, well, we think this would be really good with meaty fish.
Yeah.
You know, like a slab of tuna, maybe done with a nice spicy herb rub.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, sort of kind of tuna chamula.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sophie Grigson does a brilliant one of that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what
Perfect. That's perfect for this.
Yeah.
Or something that's like kind of big and char grilled, so you've just got a bit more flavour in the fish, haven't you?
Gorgeous.
Now, fish might just be one of many courses that you're serving.
Yes.
You know,
we
you might
hope
not.
so.
Yeah.
Extending all afternoon really, because we like those sort of lunches that carry on.
Yeah, a sort of long Good Friday, perhaps.
A long Good Friday. Whatever the length of your Good Friday, and mine is going to be very, very long.
Well, we hope that you have an excellent Easter.
See you next week.
See you next week.